Here are inspirational quotes by Joanne Rowling. We've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are. Happiness can be found, even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. We do not need magic to transform our world. We carry all of the power we need inside ourselves already. The world is full of wonderful things you haven't seen yet. Don't ever give up on the chance of seeing them. Failure is not fun. It can be awful, but living so cautiously that you never fail is worse. We have to choose between what is right and what is easy. It is important to remember that we all have magic inside us. It was important, Dumbledore said, to fight and fight again and keep fighting, for only then could evil be kept at bay, though never quite eradicated. Don't let the muggles get you down. If you want to see the true measure of a man, watch how he treats his inferiors, not his equals. It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. Failure is so important. We speak about success all the time. It is the ability to resist failure or use failure that often leads to greater success. I've met people who don't want to try for fear of failing. There is an expiry date on blaming your parents for steering you in the wrong direction. The moment you are old enough to take the wheel, the responsibility lies with you. It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. Achievable goals are the first step to self-improvement. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. I think you have a moral responsibility when you've been given far more than you need, to do wise things with it and give intelligently. To have been loved so deeply, even though the person who loved us is gone, will give us some protection forever. Perhaps those who are best suited to power are those who have never sought it. We are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided. There will always be an easy path and a right path. And so rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. Abundance is the quality of life you live and quality of life you give to others. Always have a vivid imagination, for you never know when you might need it. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. I wish you all very good lives. Greatness inspires envy, envy engenders spite, spite spawns lie. It is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you have failed by default. Things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect. Destiny is a name often given in retrospect to choices that had dramatic consequences. I believe in hard work and luck, and that the first often leads to the second. Understanding is the first step to acceptance, and only with acceptance can there be recovery. I would like to be remembered as someone who did the best she could with the talent she had. Numbing the pain for a while will make it worse when you finally feel it. There's always room for a story that can transport people to another place. We're all human, aren't we? Every human life is worth the same and worth saving. What's the worst that could happen? Everyone turned me down, big deal. We can't choose our fate, but we can choose others. Be careful in knowing that. Youth cannot know how age thinks and feels, but old men are guilty if they forget what it was to be young. The truth is always easier than a lie or an evasion, easier to deal with and easier to live with. Of course, it is happening inside your head, Harry, but why on earth should that mean that it is not real? You are the true master of death because the true master does not seek to run away from death. Support us by subscribing to Possible for Sure and for more quotes.